Hello everyone! Welcome and happy World Card Making Day. I'm so happy that you were able to join this video. Now you might be watching live, and thank you for that. Or you might be watching the replay, which there's no problem at all. You can enter to win the prizes both ways. So, did your ears perk up with prizes? I hope so. I've got a whole bunch of goodies to give away today, actually. And there's a few different ways that you can win them. So I'm going to probably mention them a few times because this is a live video. People are joining at all different points. So I'm going to kind of mention this a few times. So if you're watching the replay, don't worry. Like, I'm not going crazy. I do know that I'm repeating myself, okay? Oh, I'm seeing some hearts. Thank you so much for giving some reactions. I just love that so much. As you know, I really love stamping with you in person, and that's what I'm used to. That's what my business is used to. And so making you feel like you're here with me in my basement, in my stamping studio, makes me feel so happy. So please comment along, like along, send me those thumbs up when you like something. Even hearts are better. They actually do make my heart give a little skip of a beat. So now I talked about prizes, but I didn't tell you actually how to win them. So there's three different ways. The first way that you can win one of the prizes is by entering a drawing by watching this video live and commenting along, okay? So please comment along. And if you don't know how to do that, just swipe to the side and then you'll see a little bar come up, and that's where it's going to have all the different reactions. Now, likes and comments might be filling your screen, so if that is ever bothering you, just swipe to the other side and then they're just going to go away for a little bit and it'll hide them for you. So please, though, comment along. That's the only way I know you're watching, right? So watching live, at the end of this video, there's going to be a winner drawing out of everyone who's commented along. And then there's also going to be a winner chosen out of everyone who watches this video before Sunday at midnight and who comments along. So how are we going to do that? So there's going to be the live winner, and then all of those people who watch live will be entered to win again out of everyone who watches and comments along before Sunday at midnight. So if you watch live, you've got a leg up. You've got an entry into 2 prizes already. So now the third prize is going to be given away when you upload a picture of whatever you're working on today for World Card Making Day. So you can do that just by entering in the comments after the video is done being live. Then you can go back in and you can just add your picture of whatever you're working on. So it could be anything. It doesn't even have to be a card, okay? I would take any type of paper crafting. So those are the 3 ways to enter. We also have a very special promotion going on right now with Designer Series papers out of this catalog and the annual catalog. So I'm going to take you through that in the beginning while people are joining, okay? So now is the uncomfortable moment where we tempt fate. And we turn you around. You get to see my nice painting on the wall there. Oops, there we go. And we hope that we don't disconnect. Live videos are so fun, but they're a little nerve-wracking too, you guys, because you never know what's going to happen. Okay, so first things first, let's take you through some of the Designer Series papers that are on sale. So I'm going to show you where they are in the catalog, because I know most of you guys like looking through the catalog and seeing everything. And then I'll show you the samples that I do have. So on page 9 of your mini catalog, we've got the Heartwarming Hugs. These are all going to be 15% off. Then we've got the Poinsettia Place Designer Series paper, and I actually have this one. So I wanted to show you. We've got some really cute Designer Series paper prints, and you know what? They're Christmassy, but then they're just wintry too. So like the backside here, we've just got pine cones, right? These beautiful poinsettias, and I think some of these even work along with the dies too. The backside there, you could use that for any type of occasion. It doesn't even have to be winter, right? Then we've got some berries. And the back side of this one is one of my favorite types of patterns, which is just a wood grain. Let me put this down here. See, that'll give you more light maybe. And then, oops, we've got this one here, which has got the pine cones and the boughs, and then the back side there. So that's the poinsettia place. These ones are really versatile patterns, I think. A really nice color scheme too. I like that the poinsettias are white in color because if you guys recall from last year, of course you can color on top of your designer series paper. So you can make your poinsettias whatever color that you want. You can start them off with white or you can add red to them. And you can choose whichever red. Maybe you want cherry cobbler, maybe you want real red, maybe you want a poppy parade. So you got lots of options there. Oh, and I meant to show you, I did use a little bit of designer series paper from that pack on this set here, on this card here, sorry. And then this is of course the Wink of Stella, which I'm going to be showcasing on my card that I'm making too. So that is a pretty spectacular card in person. All right, the next one here is on page 25. It's called Trimming the Town. This one is so cool. And really, the papers will never be done justice when you just show a tiny little bit of them in the catalog like this. So check out this one sheet, right? You've got the mountains in the top, and then you've got this whole scene. Isn't it adorable? And then the back side is always kind of going to be a little bit more plain. The front with all these cute little houses, and those are quite little, right? There's our stamp and seal for a size reference. And then the back side are these cute little abstract snowflakes. Then this one, I don't know if you can even see it. It's like, Where's Waldo? Can you guys see that? Isn't it cute? All different types of families and couples and people with presents over their faces. And then the back side is a very big stripe. We've got this adorable tree pattern. And the back side is polka dots. I like the scale of this paper. It's quite scaled down. So that means that you can just use a tiny, tiny little bit of it and still capture the design essence. So these are all little wreaths. And on the back side here, can you see this? We've got English and German and French. What other language can I see here? I think that's it. It's so cool, right? And then we've got our full-size houses. These are the houses that are going to be similar to the size of the stamp set that it goes along with. And then the back side has got a beautiful stripe. Now, we did make a club card using this suite, but we didn't use a designer series paper, but you could easily use these pre-colored pieces and then just cut them out and make a card like we did this last club. So look at this. Isn't that fun? So this is the exact same size, so the dies are going to coordinate and fit them. So that's I love coordination. You guys know that about me. That's, I think, why Stampin' Up! Just gets me every single time, because I love matchy-matchy. All right, we've got 'Tis the Season 6x6. So this is a smaller paper pack, but you get 48 sheets of paper in that pack. So, you know, square inch to square inch, it's going to be the same as the other paper packages. It's just cut down in a smaller format, which is sometimes easier to store and easier to use. Now, Snowflake Splendor, we already used for a club card, I think it was 2 months ago, actually. So I only have these little strips of paper left. Can you believe it? Aren't they beautiful, though? And then the back side. Now, do you want to see what that club card was? For those of you who didn't make it anyways. And of course, depending on the designer series paper that you got, you might have a totally different pattern. That's kind of fun, right? This is the peekaboo with the dies that cuts out that section. And then, I don't know if you can see there, we've got some of the embossing on the back there just to create that extra little bit of texture. Okay, so that's 15% off too. You guys are like, what? People who are joining right now are like, wait a second, I thought she said she was going to do a tutorial about a shaker card. Yes, it's coming, don't worry. Magic in This Night designer series paper is also 15% off. Then we've got the plaid tidings too. This one is really versatile. They've got it in their suite for like, I guess all occasions here. It's got Merry Christmas, but truly it is for any different occasion. So that's out of this holiday catalog, but then there's a whole bunch out of the annual catalog too. So I've got them marked here. Okay, the first one I'm so excited to show you, and honestly just add it to your list right now because I'm using it for club, and as soon as you see it in person you're going to love it. These sheets are incredible. The camera is not going to catch this. So we've got the really beautiful brush strokes on the one side, and then look at that on the back side. Can you guys see that beautiful gradient? Oh, this one just makes me so happy. The colors are just the happiest colors you've ever seen. Can you guys see that? It's so fun. You could try to do something like this with sponging, but oh my goodness, I don't think that you could do it. Isn't it beautiful? So this is going to be featured in our club cards this month. This one is my favorite. This one makes me think of like unicorns and magic or something like that. All right, and this one has a fun party colors, make you think of Miami or something like that, going on a beach vacation. And then this one with the bright, vibrant greens. Aren't those fun? So I can't show you the cards that I'm making with those, but if you want them, you know how to get them. You just contact me, place a minimum $35 order this month, and then you can get those club cards for free. So there's another one here that is for a part of the sale, I should say, for sale right now for 15% off. Now the second one here, I didn't omit it. Stampin' Up! Omitted it. So I don't know why they decided that Flowers for Every Season is not a part of the sale, but that one is still regular price. So we've got the In Good Taste, which is our, Forever Greenery. It bugs me that these aren't next to each other. I always catch myself reading out the wrong one. This one, we used this suite as a part of one of our club cards a couple months ago too. And we only featured the designer series paper on the envelope, but I had to include it because it's just so spectacular. Now those sheets that I used for club are not included in this because of course these are just my leftovers, but aren't they beautiful? I love the colors, all the different green colors. Some of them are kind of blue. This one's got a really cool pattern. And then the back side there with the leaves. Now, do you guys want to see that club card that we made featuring this suite? Now, this one was pretty involved, but I just love this card. I hope you love it too. And then the envelope, of course, has the designer series paper on there. That's what I have to show you. So also on this page here is the In Good Taste. Now, I might have that cut off. In Good Taste is right here. And this one you'll notice is a little bit more expensive. Actually, like twice as expensive. And that's because it's got twice as much paper in it. So this one is a pack of 24 sheets instead of the regular 12. They're all double-sided, but there are actually 12 different patterns instead of 6 different patterns. So you're still getting 2 of each. It's great to share with a friend if you can find a friend to share, but you've got all these amazing wooden patterns and mosaic tile. This is woven kind of pattern. Again, more tile. Now, for those of you who are just joining now, make sure you comment along because that is what is going to enter you in the prizes that I'm giving away. So again, one prize is going to be given to everyone who, or anyone, sorry, one person. I'm getting all your hopes up now. One person who watches live and comments along. So everyone who watches live is going to be entered into the draw. And then I'm going to choose one person for the prize. And then all of those people, plus everyone who watches and comments along before Sunday night at midnight, is going to be entered in the second prize. And then we have a third prize that everyone can enter. And that's as soon as this video is finished, go back into the comments section and post a picture of what you're working on today for World Card Making Day. Now, I went for a beautiful walk this morning with my family. It was kind of an impromptu walk because I was just over by Rundle Park picking up something off the buy and sell actually. And then I saw the beautiful bridge and the river valley was beckoning me. So I took my kids out of the car and we went down there for a beautiful walk and sat by the river, and it was gorgeous. So I hope that you can get outside today too. And I suggest grab a paper pumpkin kit. If you have one of those sitting around, which maybe you do, probably you do, then go outside, grab a beverage of your choice, and then do some stamping. This is a card that I made featuring some of that wood grain. I just love using all these little punched images to create that wreath. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Next one. So on the next page here, we've got the Peony Garden. I don't have that one yet, but you better believe I ordered it October 1st for 15% off. We've also got the Playing with Patterns. And now I couldn't show you this one because I just cut up all of the pieces and sorted them out to give to my demonstrator team. We also have the Playful Pets Designer Series paper. Now this one is so much fun, and you can use it along with the stamp set that coordinates or on its own. Mine is hacked to pieces here, so let me just show you the couple of sheets that I have, and then I'll show you the cards that I made with it. Oops, so you can see all my little pieces. I couldn't throw out those little pieces of the dogs. I just think they're so cute. All right, we've got the background paper. We've got this one here. Can you see that? Jump, love, meow, purr, snooze, yawn, paw, jump. So cute. And then we've got the equivalent one for the dogs too. I just have a little sheet of that. These guys are so adorable. I've got a whole bunch missing from here, but you can see there's that cute little dog. Oh, aren't they adorable? And then these cats, there's a couple different sheets. These are the kind of cute cats. Then there's a sheet with kind of sassy cats on them. These are the cute little dogs. These are the playful bigger dogs. I love that you have so many options here. Oh, here's that sassy cat that I was talking about. Oh, he's so funny. And of course the back sides of those too are adorable as well. You got little hairs or footprints or stripes or little fishes. So this is another cute stamp set. And Designer Series paper pack, which has a coordinating stamp set. And you can use the Designer Series paper just to cut out the dogs or the cats and create these cute little cards. Cats, I know. Do you not own this one yet, Michelle? I don't know how you don't own this one. Okay, so that's the last one on this page, and then there's one more on the next page, and I think, guys, this is my favorite one. This is the Whale of a Time. Now, we made some really fun shaker cards, which I'll show you in a second, but this is a 6x6" paper pack, and the colors are so vibrant. Can you see that? So you'll get 48 sheets. You'll get 4 of each of the patterns. Look at that. Isn't that fun? So you could just cut that off, honestly, and add a sentiment. Your card's done. You don't even need a whale stamp set if you don't have one yet. I really like that some of the sheets are kind of scenes. So those are the sheets that I grabbed out for our shaker cards that we did for club. So these are some of the other sheets that I don't have pattern big sheets of, but they're a part of my club cards. That was a kind of fun club card that we did, the back side there. These are cute little itty bitty whales, so you can even cut that out and make a little baby whale to swim alongside with mama. Aww. And then the back side again, just so vibrant. I love the turtles though. We've got the seaweed. Again, more turtles. This is my favorite sheet. And this is my favorite turtle, just in case you were wondering. I like that he's looking at you. He's breaking that fifth wall down, right? He's looking at you in the eye. Now this, you can see, is the exact same size as our whale punch and stamp. So you can use our punch to actually cut that whale out too. And then the back side of that's really fun. Ooh, these jellyfish are beautiful too. I really like that sheet too. Okay, I like all of them, I think, is what we're discovering. This is my favorite one, and I like all of them. So anyways, okay, are you guys ready? Now that I've talked your ear off about designer series paper, but you know, it's so important, I think, to see it in real life, and this is as real life as we can get right now. But I think it's so special to actually be able to see that. Now, where's my sample card of what I'm actually showing you? You guys want to see it? You ready? Isn't it fun? It's a shaker card with the mason jar dome on the top there. And I've got some seashells in there. And we've got the nice palm trees that just take us right away into our Hawaii dreamland. This is like a vacation in a card. And rest and relax, you deserve it. What could you use that saying for? Well, anything right now, right? Anyone who's working a little bit too hard, which maybe feels like many of us. So do you guys want to see how to make this card? Yes, yes, yes. I can tell you guys are all just yelling out, yes. So I'll go through some of the dimensions. This is a swap card that I did. This is not going to be a project that I'm going to be distributing. It's just got too much going on here. So I've cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet in half and scored that down the middle. So we've got 5.5 by 8.5. Then I've got a piece of paper that's just a little bit shorter than that. So 5.25 by 4 inches. And I've already stamped on there with the saying from Timeless Tropical, rest and relax, you deserve it. And this is where we're going to be using our palm trees from as well. So I've already stamped on there. And how did I get it white? Well, I used my heat tool and my white embossing powder. So stamp with Versamark first, sprinkle your white embossing powder over the top, tap off the excess, then you use your heat tool to set it, and then it gets all shiny like that. So fun. Okay, so we've got that ready to go. Then we're going to take a piece of crumb cake, and I just use a big long piece. It's the full length of, well, actually 2 card fronts, and I'm just going to rip down. I want to make sure that I have enough here because I'm going to use that piece as my second layer. But by ripping, you're actually exposing the different fibers that are inside, so then you can layer it up and it creates that really fun textured look. So I thought that kind of looked like sand dunes. So what I'm going to do now is just take some of my Stampin' Seal, and I'm notorious for getting glue everywhere, so I'm going to move my project out of the way. I'm just going to put some Stampin' Seal on there. I'm going to use this piece a little bit more in the center, just to be difficult. Now you could get 2 out of this, right? You could get 1 card here, 1 card there, but I really wanted to have a little bit more dimension with what I'm working on. And I don't need any more of these because I've already made 16 of these cards, and you know what? That's enough for me. So I've got that ready to go. Now I'm going to take my Rest and Relax, You Deserve It, and a strip of Pacific Point cardstock. Now this can be as longer than the 5.25 that you need here. And I'm just going to use my grid paper to line it up. Let's see here, what did I do? About that height, great. You guys use your grid paper for this? It's so handy whenever you're needing to put something on straight. And you know what? The ocean is pretty much always straight, isn't it? So now we can put that sand in there, and then our ocean's going to peek out the back. So because I've got this nice piece of cardstock that's going to be going over top, I can just glue this on, and then I'm going to trim off the excess. And I buried my trimmer. Of course I did. There we go. So we're going to just use our trimmer, line it up there. That'll trim off that excess here. And same thing here. There we go. Now we've got our sand dunes ready to go. Now the most important thing that I realized is for this next part, you have to do it before you punch out the piece. Okay, and what are we doing next? We're adding our spray of sea foam along the edge there. Now, some of you might be saying, wait a second, Kelly, That's retired. I know it is, but it's just so perfect. So if you're wondering what 2 of the prizes could be for you, of the 3 prizes that are available, I actually have 2 of these Snowfall Accent puff paints. These ones retired at the end of the last holiday catalog. They're so much fun. You need a heat tool to use them, but they're easy peasy. So let me show you. Okay, you shake it up, and you have to shake it up. You have to really get it agitated. And even I noticed when I was running in-person classes last year that we needed to shake it up multiple times a night. So I recommend just right before you put it on to your project that you shake it up. And you're going to put it on, it's quite liquidy. So you just put it along the edge here of our Pacific Point, wherever it meets the beautiful sand. And there's one trick though to this product. When you tip it over, first of all, make sure that you're ready for a big glob to come out, because it definitely does happen. Now, I'm going to get this as close as I can to you here so you can start to see. Because this is the magic part. So using the heat tool, you're going to think it's going away until all of a sudden it starts to puff up. Now this heat tool is cool, so it always takes a little bit longer the first time. Let's see if I can do it this way. Come on, puff paint, work with me here. It's like it just dried. Nope, there it is. It's coming now. It kind of slid in behind. Of course, you know, you make 16 of these cards, right? And then you go to do a live video and it doesn't behave the way that it did before. It kind of got tucked in behind that the crumb cake layer. So I don't know if you can see it. It's not as big as the other one. Let's see if I can get another layer going here, because I want you to see it actually like really puff up here. Now, I bet you're not going to believe this, but I'm telling the truth, that I did not have to do this for any of those other 16 cards. They just puffed right up and they didn't slide underneath, didn't hide underneath that crumb cake layer. I didn't need to apply a second layer. It just went. I think sometimes things know when you're in a pressure situation, right? Like my printer knows if I need something in a hurry, and it's not going to give it to me in a hurry. Can you guys see it puffing up now? That's better. It's really puffing now. It knows that I mean business this time, right? So once you've got that all puffed up, just let it cool for a minute. Now the reason why I say to make sure, please, 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 that you do this step before you put on your shaker frame is because, well, the shaker frames are made of plastic and plastic melts. And so there is a chance that you could melt the side of your plastic shaker frame if you do this step afterwards. So I kind of talked my way through that, but I'm cutting out this punched piece here, and that's going to have the shaker dome put in here. So the Mason Jar shaker domes are in a pack of 10, and they look just like this. They've got adhesive on the front and the back that you peel off, and I used some shells that I got from Dollarama. Also inside this is some sand that I got from Dollarama, and you get a big container. Like I said, that I made 16 cards, putting 5 in each, and I have used that much of these little shells. So it depends how many you want to make. So don't go too crazy thinking that you need a lot, because it actually can fit quite a bit of it in there. And then that sand, oh my gosh, you're going to be using sand for days, right? So all I did now is just flip this over and then peel off this little backer, this adhesive backer. And once we've got that on there, that holds it onto the front part of our cardstock, but in a hidden way, of course. And then we're going to take our sand and just do some scoops. So just a reminder, if you're joining now to our live video, that we are doing a giveaway. And I've got a bunch of different prizes that you can actually win. And one is going to be given out to somebody who is watching live. One is going to be all the people who watched live, and also anyone who watches Sunday before midnight. And then the third one is going to be given to anybody or somebody, a drawing out of anybody who posts what they're working on today for World Cardmaking Day. Now, you might wonder why I'm putting this little piece back here, and you might have noticed I put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on there. Now, that's just if our shaker card moves out of the way, I want the line to be continuous and behind there. Whatever you put on the back side of this is going to show through, so that's why I have that little continuous layer going through there. So now to seal this up, I need a piece of cardstock that's just a little bit bigger than this opening here. So I just kind of cut this to whatever, and then you lay it on there, and you're going to press, excuse me, and seal around wherever that adhesive is. And now it's all stuck on there. Excuse me. At this point, I'm going to go in with my Wink of Stella brush, and you might not have even noticed this on the sample, but I'm just going to create some shimmering waves. And you can just paint that on. When it dries, it just adds the perfect level of shimmer into that ocean. Okay, now we're going to put this onto our card base, and I did that with some Stampin' Seal Plus. So Stampin' Seal and Stampin' Seal Plus are our new inline adhesives. Stampin' Seal Plus is going to be even more sticking power. So I want it for this card because there's a little bit of extra weight going on, right? And I would put even more so on than normal. Then we can pop that on there. I typically use the Stampin' Seal, and if you're wondering and if you wanted to try them out, just buy one full case of one of them and then a refill of the other one, and then you can switch them out. The cases, the outside plastic are the same case, so you can just interchange them and you don't have to make the investment of this case twice. Unless you want two of those, I mean, then go for it, right? So now how do we make that cute little palm tree? And the palm tree is in different colors. It's green on the top, and then on the tree trunks, it's actually got some brown. So I'm going to just use my Old Olive ink pad, and then I'm going to use my palm tree here, and I'm just going to ink up the palms themselves, okay? You can't really tell because I didn't clean this beforehand, but I've only inked up to there. Parker, you're going to just have to deal with it, honey. Sorry, my son's yelling at me from upstairs. He was supposed to be sleeping right now, guys. Then I'm going to take my Stampin' Write marker in Early Espresso and just color right along. Now, if you're home stamping alone, you can do this, but if you're in public, don't do this. You'll be arrested. You have to on it. You have to actually breathe on it to re-moisten it. And we don't want you to get arrested. So only do this stamp technique if you're, you know, by yourself now. So you can see I've got that stamped, and that's a way of getting two different colors. So you've got the green on the palm leaves, and then the trunks are brown. And then I won't show you this part, but how I cut it out is with the framelits that go along with our Timeless Tropical set. This is the one here. And I just use a little bit of washi tape to hold it on perfectly as I put it through my die cutting machine. So through the magic of television, I have one of those already done, which is wonderful, especially when your son is calling at you to come help him in the bathroom when you're doing a live video. Like, it never fails, you guys. This is just my life right now. And you know he's going to be calling. He's going to be calling for the rest of this video. Okay, you might have noticed I had a little bit of adhesive there. And I just have to lift this up here. Parker, I can't come right now. You're going to just have to deal with it. I know you did. It's okay. Just deal with it, honey. Okay, I've got it tucked in there. I did no adhesive on there, just 2 dimensionals on the back side. Okay, we're going to have to wrap this up, you guys. Because, you know, as fun as it is, you know, not having a care in the world, I've got a son upstairs who's losing his mind, who needs me to assist him in the bathroom. Oh dear. I'm going to take some glue dots, and that's what's going to hold on this beautiful braided linen. It's almost like a song that I'm hearing. I pooped. So with that, I'm just going to put this on here. And then I actually take my little snips and go in there and cut it. Then, I can't even believe this. You guys, I did a 15-minute guided meditation for him to make sure that he was asleep before I did this video. Okay, we've got our little bow done up here, ready to go. And again, this is our braided linen trib. And it's so beautiful. I think it's just perfect for this. Now the final finishing touch for this card is to add a little bit of sand on the outside. And I put that on with our Tombow. This is our multi-adhesive. It's got 2 tips on it. So you've got a broad tip for spreading it and then a fine tip for putting on little details like this. Now, I did have it upside down, but I moved the thing that was holding it. There we go. And I just put a little bit in here like this, make a little perch for it. And then just taking our sand, you can just sprinkle over top here. There we go. And when this dries, it's going to dry clear. It will dry tacky still. So you want to make sure that you cover all the pieces. But once it's dry, it's really on there. You don't have to worry about it so much. So there you go. What do you think, you guys? You got our cute little shaker card with the ocean that continues on in behind it, just in case you move all of the pieces. Or, yeah, the little shaker pieces. And just a reminder that... I'm going to just turn this around again. This is so fun, you guys. They never tell you about this when you're going to be a parent, that you're going to be, you know, trying to do a live video on the internet, and that yeah, your son's going to be going nuts for you. Anyways, thank you so much for watching along. Happy card making day. Thanks for celebrating with me. Now remember, 3 different ways to enter to win. Do you guys remember? Now, do you want to know what the prizes are? Yes, you do. Okay, we've got 2 of these Snowfall accent paints. So, the people who've watched live get a leg up here, and they can choose first. So, you can choose one of these, or you can choose something else here. I've got a few different goodies for you. So, one of the mason jar shaker frames. Again, this is a pack of 10, and that's going to give you that plastic container that's going to hold in the shakers. So maybe you want that instead. I don't know. So you could choose Snowfall accent paint. You can choose the shaker frame domes that coordinate, of course, with our punch. Then I've got something else for you that kind of coordinates with this suite. So instead of doing the shaker dome, you can actually do a card like this. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's actually got the shimmer on the glass. And this is using the stamp set that goes along with this. So I've got a few different versions of this one. And all of them have that beautiful shine on them. And how do we get that? We used our shimmery crystal effects. So I thought I should add one of those too that you guys can choose from. So it depends what you want. You can choose the domes, you can choose the puff paint, you can choose our shimmery accent, and then the 4th option that you can choose from, and I only have one of these, and that's my leftover Dollarama goodies. Yay! So you guys, when you win let me know what you want, or you can even just comment along right now. So 3 different ways to enter to win. 1, by watching this video live and commenting along. That's going to be one choice of prize. Then the second choice of prize is going to be anyone who watches live or on the replay up until Sunday night at midnight. You're going to have a choice for the second choice. And then the third choice is if you post a picture, please do. I want to see what you're working on. So see what you're working on this, well, today. I mean, it could be tomorrow, I guess, too. But today is World Cardmaking Day. So I'd love to see what you're working on. So post a picture in the comments and that will enter you for the 3rd drawing. So thank you very much, you guys. I'm needed upstairs. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Yay! Thanks so much for joining and talk to you soon.